Hello there, gamers, Minecrafters, explorers, and adventurers. I am the KILR Gamer, and we are here with another Modpack series. This is a classic one, Agrarian Skies, by Jaded Cat, or Jaded Pax. The user is Jaded Cat, but Jaded Pax is, I guess, is her team. This is the original one. It doesn't have as many downloads as the second one does, but one's a kind of like a continuation of the other as far as stories. It's a quest pack, and it's labeled as one of the original quest mod packs. This goes all the way back to 1.6.4 for Minecraft. Go single player, create world. Alright, so it looks like we've got a classic Skyblock, classic Skyblock hard, and a Morvey cottage. Yeah, so this Agrarian Skies is a Skyblock-ish type of mod pack from what I understand. I don't know what the difference between classic and classic hard is going to be, or Morvey cottage. Let's try hard. Let's see what happens. Can we name this something? I don't know what to call this. Aggery. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to put us in hardcore mode or what it's going to do, but we're going to find out. Voxel map, maintained by Mami Toro, translated by such and such. If this is not your language, help translate. Okay, Z is zoom, M is options, X toggle full screen map, B quickly add a waypoint, Z hide this message. Okay, so here we are.
It has been a horrible 10 years. Code wizards meddled in the balance of nature and released hordes of monsters from other dimensions on an unsuspecting world. Not satisfied with just destroying the human life, the monsters rampaged across the world, eating everything they could find and leaving nothing in their wake but empty void. The great mage trio Dusk, Vizwi, and Scott approached you with an offer. They had just enough power to protect your home and a small amount of land from the final devastation. In return for their protection, you agreed to collect the materials and resources the creators would need to remake the world once the hordes retreated back to the Hell Realms. The great trio cast their spell to protect you, while the magician way of flowing time forced the evil armies into submission and ordered them back to their dimensions. Upon waking up, you find that the creators, the Jaded One and the Cute One, have left a small amount of supplies to get you started. They apologize for not being able to give you more. If you complete the tasks assigned, you will receive more rewards to help you in your mission. It is up to you to recreate the world, to provide a home for the poor, lonely creatures left alone and homeless, to repopulate the planet. To this end, the Jaded One has compiled a list of the many items and fluids that will be needed. This book will magically update your progress as you complete quests, and may at times have new quests added if she sees she missed a requirement. To start, punch tree, get wood.
Punch tree, get wood. Alright, lives. You're currently died 0 times. Okay, so there's no hardcore mode on this. Party. You're currently not in a party. Learning Skyblock. Alas, all has been lost. You are the sole survivor of this devastating tragedy Now it's up to you to rebuild the world and create a new community that can flourish once again, starting with only this little skyblock created by the omnipotent goddesses, the Jaded One and the Cute One, who chose to abandon you after this final act of mercy. Well, that wasn't very nice. Jaded One and Cute One, very mean ones, if you ask me. With nothing more than a book, this book, filled with quests. To start on your journey, you must first get a grasp of the basics of survival in this brand new world. Alright. Using this book. You may be wondering how to use this book. On the off chance that you have no idea what you are doing, this very small series of quests will give you a few guidelines. First off, if you right-click on any page, you'll go back to the previous page menu. If a quest is dark, it's locked, and you'll need to complete one or more quests to unlock it. In the first menu of this book, you should have noticed several numbered sets of quests, some of which are locked. Yada, yada, yada. Alright, so. We need oak wood planks, and that will give us an apple and a pick. And we get to pick bone meal. That's what we're going to want. Pretty darn sure that's what we're going to want. Alright, here we are. Out in the middle of nowhere. Sand. Well, we know we can do this and get that. There we go. All right, claim reward. We'll pick this one. Okay. How do we get back? I forget. Wasn't there a button we're supposed to click or something in order to get back? Oh no. I don't know how to get back. I thought there was a back. Oh, here we go. I hit the right mouse button is what I did. The second type of quest is the consume quest. You will not get the items back after turning them in. They vanish. Alright, so we got a quest delivery, a hopper. I think we got plenty of bone meal, so let's do apples on this one. Okay, that's down to the nitty-gritty down there. That's where we're going to stop, right there. Okay, so how much do we have? We got that. So I'm going to make planks here in a moment. Quest delivery system. What is that? I don't know. I want to get more to work with here before we start going anywhere. The QD5 quest delivery system. Okay. The final way of turning in quests is the quest delivery system. This block will require you to send the items through a hopper or item duct attached to the block. AE buses can also send items. I think that's applied engineering, the mod. Can also send items to the quest delivery block. Before you send items, so that you need to key the quest to the quest. Do so by clicking the select task button in the lower right of the task page. Then right-click the OD5 with this book, and you should see a message in chat saying the quest has been assigned to the system. Now place the hopper on top of the block and place the requested items in the hopper. Okay, I think I understand what it's saying. I think. What we're going to do is we're going to make that... we're going to make ourselves a crafting table. That is the only piece of dirt I got right there, is that one. Alright, now. I'm surprised that didn't completely dissipate yet. Okay. Okay, so the twerking thing isn't here, but we do have the bone meal thing. Okay. All right, we got some more saplings. That's good. That had me going there for a moment. All right, so we need to put the quest delivery system. So we need to put, I guess we'll put it right there. And then, all right. You will need to use the fluid axe to put the fluids. What? All right, so we need to key the quest delivery, whatever that is, block to the quest. All right, select task. And then right click the OD5 with the book. All right. Okay, we bound it. So now we need to shift and put that on top. And we need to put one oak plank in there, which okay, so did that work? It did. Okay. Give the hopper back. You don't get to keep it. Make sure you break it with a pickaxe. Aww. We can't keep that? That sucks. Kill the zombies. Repeatable quest. A killing quest requires you to kill a certain number of mobs. To complete it, it may require a specific mob or mob type. It may require hostile mobs or passive mobs. This book will track mobs count towards the goal. This book is small. It's really hard to read. That's a little easier to read. For a total of 3. Well, I hope that doesn't happen anytime soon. In the beginning, you may have noticed you have very little to start with, almost no land, no food. But hey, you have a floor. Be thankful for that much. Now it's up to you to rebuild the entire planet, or as much as you can before dying. To start with, I suggest growing some trees. Oaks will supply you with apples, saplings, leaves, and string. You'll be turning into dirt. Apples, saplings, leaves, and strings will be turning into dirt. Place 3 barrels outside to collect rainwater. Place 2 barrels under cover to create a composting area. Once you have 8 spare saplings, place them in a barrel to compost into dirt. You can compost dirt, compost leaves, rotten flesh, apples, wheat, and string. Use NEI, not enough items, to look up the recipes. Alright, a task where the player needs specific items. These do not have to be handed in. Having them in one's inventory is enough. Alright, this is all Tinker's Construct. And the crook. Okay, that's what we're going to be using to get the leaves and stuff. Okay, so we need to make barrels. Full heart. So I wonder what this does. Consume to get an extra life. All right. Oh. So we had like 3 lives and we only got 1 left. Interesting. Okay. So not exactly hardcore, but still going to be challenging. I don't know. Can I make a sword? Nope. I'm going to have to make the thing from Tinker's Constructs. Reward bag. Okay, what's in the reward bag? Yeah, well, the cake's a lie, apparently. Okay, so we need to make barrels. Here's the oak barrels. Made by doing that. Alright, fair enough. Let's see. There's one. We need to grow some trees. Oaks will supply you with apples, saplings, leaves, and string. You'll be turning into dirt. Place 3 barrels outside to collect rainwater. Okay. And then 2 barrels undercover. So we need 3 barrels outside. So I'm going to put these over here. I was hoping we might get some music or something, but doesn't sound like we're going to be getting any. I want to try to keep some for charcoal whenever we can get to making cobblestone. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Jeez. Eventually what I'm going to do is create a fence around everything here. There's music. I wondered if we were going to have any. Okay, so we needed 3 outside and 3 undercover. Well, here's the 3 that are going to be outside to collect rainwater. And now we need 3 that are going to be undercover. Trying to figure this out here. Okay, so this was saying 3 barrels outside to collect rainwater. Place 2 barrels under cover to create a composting area. Once you have 8 spare saplings, place them in a barrel to compost into dirt. Okay. And we've got 8 spare ones. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start. I want to create something here. Okay. That way, whenever I use this, it won't fall off to the side. Okay, so we need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's composting. Okay. That's right. I can't make any tools. It's Tinker's Construct. Alright, we have ourselves another thing of dirt. Sweet. Alright, where are we going to put it? Well, I'm going to go ahead and do this. It's really dark. It is really dark. Okay, we need one of these, and then we need to put this in here to get that. All right, and then we need that and those. Oh, that didn't work. How about that? No, that didn't work. That. Seriously? Oh, jeez. Okay. At Tinker Constructs. All right, so part builder. We need that and a log. Okay, and the tool station. Got it. Stencil table. All right, well, we got one of them at least. There. Got the materials in you. Can see what we got so far. And the crook was... I can't remember. I need another one of these. Tool station. We just need to wait for those to grow. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and set that. Don't want it to get in the way there, so how about we put it... Yeah, set it right there. Okay, so I think we've almost got everything here. We just need that. We just need to get one log. A wooden crook. That's what we need. So where are we going to be 100 days from now? That's going to be the question. Alright, we should now be able to put this here, and now we've got that. Well, yeah, not what we wanted just yet. This is an old version of Tinker's Construct too, so it'd be interesting. Oh, we got one more thing. We got the chest that we got to make. Is it any type of chest? Or is it specific to... I think it's specific. Okay. Alright, so here's a chest. I think we need the Tinker's Construct chest. Might be wrong, but just got a feeling it's got to be the one specifically for Tinker's Construct. Pattern chest, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So we got to make a chest and then, okay. Okay. Oh, no, it was a regular chest. Okay. Cool. Pan of Destiny or an Axe of Despair. Well, that doesn't sound... What do we want? We can always make an axe. Do we need an Axe of Despair? Is that going to be a good weapon? I don't know. Should I? Maybe we should look it up. Let's look it up. Destiny. Pan of Destiny. Oh, no, I can't. I was hoping that we'd be able to, look it up, and I guess they figured we were too smart. Yeah, well, all right. Pan of Destiny. Axe of Despair. I don't know. What are we going to do with a pan? I think it's a weapon. Let's go with Axe of Despair. I'm going to regret it. All right. We get a stone axe as a result. And seeds. String is the gateway to all resources. Fishing rods will provide food. Seeds are used to sift dirt, gravel, sand, and dust to obtain stone ores, other resources. To get string, you'll need to break leaves with a crook until you get a silkworm. Right-click a leaf block on a newly grown tree with the... Yeah, we know about all this. So, when you have extra silkworms, you can cook them for food. So we'll have to make an oak sieve, a fishing rod, wooden hammer, and then finally a bed. And what kind of seeds should we get? Maybe we'll get carrot seeds. I don't know. Can always get... I don't know. If we get grass, though, we can always get these. So why don't we get carrot cotton seeds? Would be awesome. Did we not get any saplings? Wow. We didn't get any saplings. That's crazy. Huh. Well, it's got an attack rating. I guess that'll be our weapon. Man of War, Man of War. Hold shift. What is this? What's this for? Is it armor? Nope. I don't know what it's for. Guess I'll just throw it in there. Alright, we want more saplings, so let's focus on the saplings. Got one. Got another. Good. This is good. This is where I'm going to put my Tinker's Construct stuff, is right here. Now there's a certain order this needs to go in. Welcome to the second edition of Materials and You. Oh, so this is the second time this has been released. Interesting. We know all that. Ironstone, flint, paper stacks. Alright, these are all the tool stations. Doesn't really tell us what order to put them in. That's fine. Pretty sure I know what needs to go where. That's the stencil table. Tool station. Alright. Okay. I don't know when those are going to grow. Oh, wow. This is, yeah, this is definitely different. Shovel. Axe. So we want that one there. Sword blade. Okay, so we want a sword. We need a sword blade, a wide guard, and a handle. So we know we need a wide guard pattern there. Next pattern. No. Jeez. It's the way my hand is resting on the mouse. Oh, I can't make it. Oh, dang it. I thought I might be able to make an axe out of wood. I guess I can't. Darn it. Hmm. Axe head and a handle. Okay, so like we wanted to make a hatchet. We need a hatchet head and a tool rod. Or like a broadsword, we need a sword blade, tool rod, and a wide guard. Okay, so we got kind of what we need. But let's look up the wood. Okay, so wood, according to this, we should be able to use wood. We should. I don't know why it's not letting us. Mining level stone. Yeah, it won't. It won't let me make a wooden axe. Well, how are we supposed to? I guess we're just gonna have to use this. We're gonna have to wait until we get stone or something. Wow. Yeah, let's not make it easy. No, why would we want to do that? Well, let's look up here. Oak sieve. Oh, we need the... We're gonna... Yeah. Dang it. And it's gonna get to a point we're not gonna be able to... I mean, we're sitting there waiting for this stuff, and... I mean, I'm gonna run out of bone meal here. There's not going to be much more I can really do. Well, the sun's coming back up. Maybe I should have gotten a whole bunch of bone meal instead of the apples. I don't know. I think I would have ran out of stuff by now. Wooden hammer. That we should be able to do. Okay. This could be a very slow process waiting for these trees to grow. Can I just run fast next to him? There we go. I'm not sure what day we're on here. I think we're on day 4. Thought it might say here, but yeah, I don't really see it there. Okay. Should be able to get another thing of dirt. Looks like I can get some more of these farms made. Need another sapling. This is really right now. This is about all I can think of doing is expanding our source of trees. So we've got more a tree farm and stuff going. Because I'm going to run out of bone meal, so I'm going to need to have plenty of trees, so that way I only need to like work on like maybe one or two while the others are growing, so that way I'm not having to sit around and stuff. So probably should have gotten that other thing of bone meal. I don't know, I've only got 10 apples left. Oh, that one grew. And right now I'm trying, the reason why I am not putting these next to each other is I want to maximize my space. So I want to be able to get as much leaves as I can. Also, I don't want them, if possible, the leaves not to connect to each other. So that way, if I, infect one with a silkworm, it's not going to affect all of them, just the one tree. pretty soon I'll be able to get another one. I think we're going on day 5. We can't go too much further out, otherwise we're going to have some not so fun stuff spawning around here. The sky looks weird. See that when you look straight up? What is that? Kind of thinking we should go with wheat. Because with wheat you can make bread, and bread's going to be better than carrots. Of course, if we get rainwater, might build a fish in it. I'm almost out of bone meal. Alright, that's it. That's the end of the bone meal. Bone meal. Bone meal bag grows plants in a 3x3. That's interesting. Huh. Well, that's it. I mean, there's nothing we can do right now until one of these grows. So it doesn't make sense for me just to, sit here and continue to record while we're waiting for this to grow. So what we'll do is we'll wrap this episode up. And when one of these trees grows, or maybe when more of them grow, then I'll just pick it up from there. So, okay, you'll miss a little bit of it as far as the full play is concerned, but I think that's a little bit more interesting than sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for it to grow. So, yeah. We've got 5 saplings, so after these grow, we'll get a whole bunch more saplings. I can make more dirt and plant, put some more dirt out there, put some more saplings, so that way we can start, getting a more and more bigger source of wood and stuff. All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying this look back at a very classic Modpack, and we will continue to do this, of course. See you next time. Have a killer awesome day.